I know who I'm sending out of the house.
How do you?
Trust me. I've seen it.
Uriel.
What's up, guys? I am so angry and I am so mad at the fact that some set of people who are called a jury will decide on the fate of a housemate who made it into the Big Brother Naija All-Star season. It's the first season of Big Brother Naija All-Stars. Now, why am I even angry? I'm sure the Big Brother is also shocked and angry at the fact that this whole idea that he brought up about some people, some ex-housemates coming to decide the fate of incumbent housemates is not something that he probably should see and follow through. Now, look at the fact that these people who are called the jurors or the jury, right? They are people who were not evicted based off of the decision of another housemate. They were evicted based on the fact that they had low votes, right? And then by default, the person with the lowest vote was going to leave the house. But here we go for the second time rolling this season. We've seen Sheyi escape evictions twice, right? And he's been the guy with the lowest number of votes. You get my point? But right now we saw Princess leave. I mean, okay, for Princess, she didn't give us much of a highlight, right? So it's fine. People were not that pained about the fact that Princess left the show. But for Uriel to leave the show, I'm wondering how they decided. I'm wondering, personally, I'm not happy with these guys. Teddy A, Diane, and of course, Laycon. How did they come together to decide to remove it? I feel like these guys are not watching the show. I feel like the only person who's watching the show was the person who wrote Sheyi. We need to even know who chose who. People that needs to let us know who chose Uriel, the two people that chose Uriel. Because, I mean, when the show started, when it was time for them to, like, you know, choose who they were going to evict, you could hear Teddy talking about the fact that he knows who he wants to evict. So I'm wondering, I need to even know the person, the two people that chose Uriel. Because I don't know how you evict somebody that has that much content. If this continues, guess what's going to happen, guys? We're going to be left to the show of people that are idle. That's what I'm going to say. We were told them yesterday. Ebuka told them yesterday that only 6 people are carrying the show. And I think I can mention these 6 people. We have Adekule Venita, we have Cece, we have Cross, we have, I think we have a bit of Perry, right? Maybe a bit of Neo and Tolani Badge. I think, you know, I think that's the mix. Only 6 people are carrying the show, to be very honest. If Uriel was in that show, trust me, Uriel was one of the contents that we signed up for this season. But guess what? Uriel is out. Well, I'm sure that most of you are wondering what is smoking beside me. Yes, it is my own bowl of Minimie Noodles. I hope you prepared yours, right? The housemates are having fun with their Minimie Noodles in the house. This video is proudly brought to you by Minimie Noodles. A big shout out to Minimie Noodles for bringing the housemates, you know, energy and focus. Trust me, this week, I'm wondering the number of cartons they will eat because they lost their wager. And guess what? They're about to go on a spree of no food for the whole of the week. Now, what I'm about to do is to bring you the weekly Minimie Noodle Chronicle recap. This is where I bring you the whole highlights of the week and everything that has happened during the week till today. Remember that by this evening, we're going to have the new head of house. The head of house challenge will happen, and we're going to have the new head of house. And guess what? It will be time for us to know how this week is going to be. Looking at the fact that the next head of house will have a lot of supplies. Whoever wins the head of house will have his own supplies. It's the housemates that will have the supplies, according to what Big Brother said. Now, the first highlight for today is going to be the fact that Uriel left the show. Now, Uriel is going to come out and talk. See, Princess that always doesn't talk, right? I mean, she went on social media yesterday, of course. I think herself and Uriel have a bit of an issue over Neo. So she was like, oh, she was going to open her arms to welcome anybody that's been evicted. But for now, it's a no. That's a slightly, you know, giving a snub or giving like a jab to Uriel because herself and Uriel were like, you know, contending for Neo. We also saw the fact that Ike and Angel, you know, had a terrible fight yesterday over chicken.
Something where I get.
It's easy. Run out.
I don't want everything. I don't want everything to talk about. Look at me. I don't want everything to talk about.
Buy Benz.
These guys went on and on and on and on, yabbing themselves, insulting themselves. You know, Ike was, you know, slut shaming Angel, saying that, you know, she actually slept with guys to be able to buy her Benz. And Angel was like, if it's that easy, you to go and bend over, let them buy you Benz. I'm like, what? These guys are really crazy. And then, you know, I'm wondering, it was all about chicken because Angel and Soma were having their lovey-dovey moment, and boom, Ike went to take their chicken. I don't know why. I think, as much as I know that this is a game, I feel like people should not come out from that house with a very terrible personality, with an impression that people will have of them. Because personally, for me right now, if I see Ike, the first thing I think about is this guy. He's a guy that picks people's things. I'm not going to say he's a thief, but he's a guy that picks things that do not belong to him. We also saw the fact that Bbnaija and, of course, Adekule's relationship seems to be like growing because these people, I think Adekule is looking like he's mature enough to handle her. I hope they work out. It's the kind of relationship we want to see. It's a relationship that has blossomed over the time. And I think that Bbnaija is kind of cool-headed for Adekule. I don't know why. The Bbnaija that we know will go off on you, she will go hot on you. But guess what? Yesterday when Ebuka was talking to her, to Neo, about the whole issue he has with Adekule, with regards to Adekule telling Neo to calm down, he was trying to talk to his cousin, there's Bbnaija, and Adekule was like, not allowing him to talk to her. So here was Neo talking about the fact that, see, he would not understand why he would want to talk to his cousin, his family member, and a guy who doesn't even have an idea about her, who doesn't know anything, will now be obstructing him from talking to his cousin, who is Bbnaija. And you could literally see the fact that Adekule was trying to tell her not to talk. And guess what? She didn't talk. Another relationship that I was looking forward to was a Neo and Uriel relationship. I personally feel that, Uriel and Neo will be very good for us to see, right? I think that Uriel has got some very sensual vibes. She's got this move. She oozes this whole sexiness and all of that, right? And I don't think Tolani Baj probably has that. I don't know. But what do you think? I feel like Uriel would have brought spice to the relationship between herself and Neo. But of course, as it stands right now, that relationship is not going to work. But she says that, she's waiting for Neo to come out of the house and she can wait to see him. She wishes him all the best in the game. And of course, she cannot wait to see him when he's out of the show.
Yeah, there's nothing to hate about him. And I just felt the feeling was mutual. And I just wish him the best of luck. And I can't wait to see when he comes out.
If there's one thing I love about this season on the show, it's the moments of the after parties. When the party's over and everybody's out, everybody is drunk, then they come out hungry. So this last Saturday, after they were done at the Saturday night party, they all came out. And then they all headed into the kitchen trying to make Minimie Noodles, one after the other in clusters. We had Chef Fraud, we had Chef Mercy, we had Chef White Money. See, White Money literally brought the pan, like the pan he used. So like it's a fry pan that he used in making his noodles. He brought it to the dining and he was eating it in some type of funny way. We also see the fact that Bbnaija got 2 strikes last week Sunday because she had a fight with CC and of course Doye. She grabbed CC's hair and of course pushed Doye. You don't lay your hands on people in Big Brother's house. That's a rule. You can even get disqualified. But the minute she survived disqualification, had 2 strikes, 1 more strike, she's out of the house. Guess what? Ike wants her to get a 3rd strike and leave the show. That's one of his strategies. I appreciate the fact that this guy is coming with a game. Other people too should stand up and make sure that they don't fall into traps. Like yesterday, the fight between Ike and Angel, he was telling Angel, come and get a strike because of me. Like he was looking for something to make Angel lay her hands on him, right? And I was on Twitter yesterday and you could see people cry. Somebody even raised a petition saying that they want Ike to get out of the house because they feel like, he was endangering Angel's stay in the house. Well, as it stands right now, we have 18 people in the house, and of course, we're going to see how this will play out. It's week 4, and we have 18 people. There's probably going to be a mass eviction this coming week. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to new housemates coming into the house in week 5. Personally, for me, because Bbnaija came into the house in week 5 in her season, right? I'm looking for some new set of new faces, right? That will come. I'm looking to see if V can come into the house with Tasha or some beauty. Let these guys come. Let us see what's going to happen. Or one other guy that we know, let somebody come into the house and let's see how it's going to go down. Like I said earlier, this video is probably brought to you by Minimie Noodles. Now, guess what? You can win lots of cash prizes and lots of amazing gifts, of course, goodie bags on our Instagram page. All you have to do is click the link in the description box below. We have a lot of activities, lined up for you guys. So go on social media and engage with. And guess what? You could just be lucky to win cash prizes and, of course, goodie bags. And maybe if you stay around Lagos, Nigeria, you could be lucky. I could probably personally bring your goodie bag to you, right? And that's been it right here on the Minimie Noodles Chronicle Weekly Recap. And of course, I'm excited about what this week is going to hold for us. I'm looking forward to the next head of house. I want Pere to be the head of house. I want Pere or Angel to become the head of house. If one of these 2 people become the head of house, trust me, they're going to see Shege. I'm looking forward to this week and everything that it's going to bring with it. What do you think about the jury? Should the jury be scrapped? You understand? Should they go? Because these people are people that did not win, did not probably get to the finale in their set, except for Lecon. Diane was out, 38, probably pushed to some point during his time. And here they are, deciding the fate of people who we think would have made it. At least I personally think that Uriel should have made it to week 5 or week 6 before she leaves the show. Here was Uriel advising Somal that he should calm down and he's not going. Apparently, she was the one who was going to go home. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, just hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a video. Go on all social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and of course on TikTok, and follow me at Olufemi down there. Until next time I come in again very soon, it's bye for now.